Steve Denier's here from Virgin, and of course we've got lots of showbiz to talk about. We probably haven't got time to mention Meghan Markle, a dictator in high heels, but front page of The Sun, Phil, I'm back. That's Phillip Schofield, by the way, fresh from his, shall we say, rather embarrassing exit from ITV some years. Is it 2 years ago now?
Yeah, about 16 months ago now.
He's now about to embark on a Castaway show, Survivor show, Channel 5, Marooned off Madagascar. Some people would say good place for him. You know, don't bother coming back, Phil.
This is a big news, actually, because no one knew about this until this morning. So it goes out on Monday, him on his own on an island where he was given, like, handheld camera, body cameras and a sound pack, but that's it.
Right.
So the idea is...
So he is literally cast away?
On his own, no camera crew, no lighting people or whatever. It's just him on his own recording his thoughts. And he thought, you know what, he could have gone on to kind of, you know, your Big Brothers, your Celebrity, you know, in the jungle or whatever. But this, well, it'd be interesting to see if this works. Called Castaway, goes out Channel 5 Monday night at 8 o'clock. And he will talk about this morning what happened, the affair with, you know, the young runner and everything that we know now that led up to his departure from This Morning. Of course, he was on This Morning for 20 years. Been on our screens for over 40 with children's TV in the 80s. So.
And I mean, his departure was very controversial. ITV kind of survived it, if you like. I mean, the woman who runs ITV, given who she's got rid of in the past, is kind of surprisingly still in charge. And This Morning has kind of fallen away. It's, you know, Holly Willoughby's left. It's nobody watches it anymore. I mean, it's kind of nothing now, isn't it?
I think we can see through the way it's progressed, and it's so tame and lame. And, you know, those presenters have got no chemistry.
Reason to watch it.
Why would you watch it? Why would you watch it when you've got other great shows, you know, like, your own?
This show, you've got Julie Hartley-Brewer coming up next. I mean, you know, why on earth would you even care? But yeah, I mean, it's interesting, isn't it? I mean, I suppose this is his first attempt at rehabilitation because he's kept very quiet, hasn't he?
Literally, we haven't seen him on our screens for 16 months now, apart from the odd interview straight after his departure. There's been absolutely nothing. It'd be really interesting to find out, you know, like his journey and what he's been through and how he feels about it. You know, will he apologise and say, look, I was in the wrong? Or I get the impression he's quite angry about
Well, also, when you look at him in regards to people like Hugh Edwards, who is now a convicted paedophile, who hasn't gone to prison but should go to prison, you know, Phillip Schofield, whatever you may think of him, he didn't commit any crime, did he?
No, it's mucky and murky, though, because his brother is a convicted paedophile. Or what, you know, so I wonder if he's going to start talking about that. There were lots of stuff. Remember the rumours and everything going on, and the fallout with Holly and the departure. It was a right mess. And it was a really bad look for ITV. So it's really interesting. He hasn't chosen ITV to do the comeback. This is now going out on Channel 5.
Maybe they wouldn't choose him, but we shall see. Let's talk about P. Diddy, because this is a big story, which I think we haven't quite, in this country yet, kind of grasped, because it's all happening in America. P. Diddy is a worldwide sort of famous celebrity, if you like.
Yeah, a billionaire mogul.
I mean, I was looking at some of the pictures the other day of the parties which he held from, you know, basically the sort of late 90s all the way through the early part of the 2000s. And everybody was there. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio was there, Beyonce was there, you know, the Clintons went. I mean, he's being accused of some pretty horrific sex trafficking type crimes. But it looks as though some of the stuff that went on at these parties was borderline sort of, you know, sex, drugs, rock and roll, you know, eat your heart out.
I mean, some of the stuff I couldn't even repeat. These kind of mammoth-long, they call freak-off parties.
I mean, there's pictures of naked women in pools. There's pictures of women in bikinis. I mean, champagne poured over them. I mean, unbelievable stuff.
You know, the really remarkable thing is how many people have kept silent about this. Like you said, all those celebrities you've named, there are exes there. There's Mariah Carey in the mix, Jennifer Lopez. Pictures of Diddy with a very young Justin Bieber. When you see this video now, it really kind of sends shivers down your spine. But they've all remained completely silent. And his bodyguard, who apparently filmed some of these parties, has said there are celebrities in the films at the parties. So it looks like this is just the beginning of a huge story that is going to take, seemingly, take so many people down.
Well, I was told that it's the Harvey Weinstein of the music business, basically, you know, where everybody kind of knew Harvey Weinstein was up to no good. They all kind of understood it. With P. Diddy, they also kind of knew, but they also went to the parties and quite enjoyed them.
Yes, and now, seemingly, it's going to be exposed. They're going to be exposed.
I can officially say, by the way, in case you're wondering, I've never been invited to a P. Diddy party, and I've never been to one.
I bet you're glad about that now,
I am quite glad about it, to be honest, yeah, because if I had been, I probably wouldn't have remembered it. But, you know, it is ridiculously, you know, heavy now with this kind of what you might call retrograde, you know, judgment.
And we have to remember, in the States, this is now a series. We had Cosby, we had R. Kelly, and people going, wow, you know, guys knew about this. Right. And very much the same with Diddy. If you look at what we now know, it was obvious. It was pretty obvious from all this stuff. There's like sons of rappers who've been saying, you know, we were talking about this decades ago, but people just kind of batted it off. And it was like, well, you know, he's a billionaire mogul. Right. He will get up to these things, you know, private parties, drugs and stuff. You kind of almost expect it. But I think we're going to learn some really shocking stuff. He's currently under suicide watch in jail in New York City, awaiting the next move.
Pretty serious charges.
It's explosive stuff.
Absolutely right. Steve, good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. There's another picture, of course, of him with Russell Brand, before Russell Brand discovered God, you know, which he's now done, and which he now purports to be the way that he lives. He now puts out the Daily Prayer by Russell Brand. Didn't used to be like that. What can I tell you?